Okay guys, welcome to this video where I am going to help you take your arpeggios to a new level. I want you to think of your arpeggios rather than using one hand, okay, like that. I want you to think of them as using two hands. Do you see automatically how much more interesting that sounds? I'll show you how to think of this two-handed run instead of using the normal arpeggio with the one hand, and then also how you can start improvising with it. We're gonna work through Sam Smith. Stay with me. Okay, so the normal pianist would do an arpeggio like that, what I just did there. But what we're gonna learn is how to insert this new run. Okay, so do you see how I'm able to really take my playing to a next level just by using this run? That's what we're gonna go over, okay? So I'll teach you that. The first step is your right hand has to transform into an add to chord. So take a regular chord within the scale. So maybe a 1 chord, maybe a 4 chord, or a 5 chord. Those usually sound best. Those are your primary chords, okay? So we're gonna make it add to. How do you do that? You take the middle note and move it down to the next note in the scale, which would be there. Okay, so we'll do it on the C. We'll start off on the C. And then the left hand is gonna pick a note right under this structure. So let's just pick the next note within the scale. So we're gonna go here and then like that. Okay, now why did I pick B? Well, I picked it randomly. You can actually choose A. We'll keep the right hand right on the add to chord on C here, C add to. Or you can choose G. Okay, it doesn't matter what you choose in the left hand. You can kind of mess around with things, and that's kind of where the improv comes in. But what you're going to do once you have selected your notes is you're going to repeat the pattern. So it'll be the left hand first. So let's go back to B here. So B, add to chord, come over. And when I teach this to my online students, a lot of people tell me that it feels weird to do this movement, but I promise that if you practice, you'll be able to get it down within probably about 30 minutes of practice. Very slowly, try to practice evenly going up. It's gonna feel weird at first, okay? But if you stick with it, you'll be able to start getting things like that going instead of the boring old arpeggio like that. So that's step number 1, is transform the right hand into an add to chord, C, add to, and then pick a note here and then practice going from bottom to top, repeating the pattern. So you'll go here and then left hand over. I want you to notice that my left hand is coming over as my right hand is playing. So you kind of have this sort of rhythm to your hands. See how I'm playing right here and my left hand's coming over? Okay, so the cool thing is that you don't have to just do this pattern moving up. What you can do is you can do something like moving up and then stop and then come down and mess around with the notes, kind of learning some syncopation and things like that. If you struggle to do stuff like struggle to do syncopation and improv with your notes that way, check out my courses up here. I'll teach you all of that. There is a mentoring option also available to you. So now, how do we apply this to the song? So we have the melody line, do, 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 and then we have a break in the music, and then do, do, do. Okay, so the first thing you have to understand about inserting this new arpeggio into your song is where to insert it. You're going to insert it where there's space in the song. So one more time. Do, 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 do. There's space right here, and then do, 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 do. Okay, so you do your run, you insert your run where there's space in the song. So instead of doing the boring old arpeggio, let's do the arpeggio that we worked on. So it'll be a C add 2, and then we're going to just move up 2 octaves. When you get really good at things, you can start doing 4 octaves. My mic's kind of in my way, but let me show you how that would work. Okay, so did you see how I did that? I was able to insert the run there successfully because I practiced obviously the song, and then I know after my run where the melody line comes in. Now it becomes easy if you're not playing the melody line. If you're just playing the chords, so do do do, you're playing an accompaniment style. It's much easier. So something like this, do 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 do. Okay. Now we'll insert the run and make sure to come back to the A minor chord on time. So do 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 do. So hopefully the amount of times that I've kind of played that run there, you're able to pick up on what I'm doing. Like I mentioned, it's going to feel weird using your two hands, but practice using your two hands. Use that form I told you. Instead of the major triad form, make sure to transform it and then pick a note. Now, I'm going to end the video with the improvising section. So if you want to take your chords to a whole new level of expressing yourself and being able to improvise, then pay attention to this. What you might want to do is you might want to explore not only with a different triad and changing it to an add two, but you might also, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, you might want to mess around with changing your bottom note. Okay, so changing your bottom note. So what if we did like an F triad, add two, and then add a bottom note here? Okay, so what if we did that? Now watch if I add my bottom note here. Okay, already this starts sounding so much more dynamic than the boring old type of arpeggio. So do the two-handed run, mess around with this improv. I'll show you a little bit of how I might improv on this. So, oh, do, do, stay with me. Okay, see that? I just stayed in one register, okay? One octave, I meant. I stayed in one octave instead of doing the pattern. I just kind of... Now, if I wanted to do that higher, you can have that. So, oh, darling, do. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that, guys. Pay attention to using the two hands. Two hands, add two chord in the right hand, pick a note in the left hand, practice your arpeggios that way, and then improvising with it. Like I've mentioned, I think I mentioned it, if you want to learn more about improvising and expressing yourself and taking your chords to the next level and rhythm and all the stuff I was doing there, check out my paid content up here, and I'll catch you guys in another video.
Okay, you made it to the end. 1 in every 4 of my viewers clicks right there to learn how to play like me. As always, guys, don't forget to subscribe for more awesome videos. You can click on my beautiful face right there if you'd like. And your next video's right here.